So since we're already in the book of Romans, we might as well do it. So verse 1, Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, set apart for the gospel of God. So let's get started. So they say that this writing, the book of Romans from Paul, was about 53 to 58 years after the death of Christ. That really sticks out to me because that is historically, when you're looking at documents and you want like the closest to like witnesses, that is really close. Now, Paul was not in the disciples, and we can probably make another video, but he was not like one of the 12 or other disciples that were with Jesus when he was here. Paul was on the road to Damascus, and when on his way on this road, he had a revelation. Christ showed himself to him, and that's the whole setting apart. We'll probably make another video about that. So it says here, when Paul wrote the book of Romans, he was been preaching for about 20 years already. That's a long time. So something cool is on his way to Rome, another prophet, I can't say this name, but another prophet came to Paul and took his stuff and like bound him. And he told him like, hey, if you keep going this way, the Holy Spirit told me that you will also be bound and delivered to the hands of the Gentiles. So essentially, this is why he wrote the book of Romans. This letter is because the Holy Spirit telling him that if you go, it's not going to be good for you. But he still wanted to do something for the people in Rome, the church in Rome, so he still wrote a letter. And honestly, that's why we have the book of Romans. So I really like this. It says that the book of Romans is actually different than any of the other letters that Paul wrote to the other churches. The other letters focus more on like the challenges and the problems that they have. The book of Romans is a letter that focuses more on God and his great plans of redemption. So that was all just like precursor. We haven't even gotten to the verse. So in the King James, it says a bondservant. You got to remember, this is Paul writing this. This is what he's calling himself, a bondservant. Then he says, he is the first servant of the Jesus Christ and the second to be called an apostle. So again, servant, slave, there's many different words. Again, in English, we lose a lot of translations because there's many different words in the Greek and other like Aramaic, like words that they can't directly translate to English because we don't, they like for love, they have like different words for love on the type of love it is. We just say love. But here when he says servant, a complete and utter devotion, that is something. What could I say in my life that I have complete and utter devotion to? The only thing I can think of is my wife. So you see here, he calls himself an apostle, which is like a messenger. And I love this because he says set apart for the gospel of God. So this is not Paul's message. This is God's message that he's delivering. I think that's cool because he's clearly trying to tell you that this is not him. Like, he's doing this on behalf of God and behalf of Jesus Christ. You see how there's so much in just the first verse? Make sure to stick around because we're going to do all the Romans.